Jyotish Astrology. Today we are going to discuss about the mother-in-law, but this video will be in English for those users and followers who could not understand Hindi, although the Hindi version is present in the playlist section. So in this video, if you want to know about how would be your mother-in-law, then watch this video till end. So we will discuss here about your mother-in-law, which would happen after your marriage. Now first come first thing, you just remember one point. The house which represents about the mother. As we know that by default in our chart, this is the lagna, that means this is VR, and the fourth position, from this position, first, second, third, fourth, this position belongs to your mother, right? Now if we look your spouse, so we know that the seventh house is the spouse house. So if this house is the spouse house, then the fourth position from this position, 1 2 3 4, this house will be your mother-in-law house. And you know that the 10th house is known as Dashmesh. So the lord of this Dashmesh house is called Dashmesha or Dashmesh. So the picture is revolves around the 10th house. So 10th house will decide, the 10th house position lord will decide about the nature of your spouse. What are the planets making association with the 10th house will hamper or will act as the nature of your mother-in-law. So the 10th house is the house of mother-in-law in Vedic astrology. So if the 10th house, if this house, the lord of this house is present good, then definitely, in simple word, your mother-in-law will be favorable. But if the 10th house lord is not good or ill placed, or the ill placement with the 6th, 8th and this house and this house, 6th, 8th and 12th house lord in the 10th house, then there will be the problem in your mother-in-law nature. So note down this thing, the lord of the 10th house is called Dashmesh. Kindly make the note if you are learning the astrology, Dashmesh. And the position of Dashmesh in Janm Kundli determines the relation. So its positions, its movement will decide the picture overall. Now ahead we will discuss in which house your 10th house lord is present and what would comes from that point of view. So if you are new in Jyotishkar or in our channel, so do subscribe the channel and on the notification bell so that every latest video should be in your inbox as soon as we publish. Apart from that, if you need any consultation, you have to check out the description box, or you can download Jyotishkar Veda app Android version, or you can check out jyotishkar.in, or for free analysis you can share your chart on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. But the condition is that you have to share one question and the timing will be 60 days. And you have to share your charts, Lagna chart, your Vimshotri chart and one question. That's it. That's the requirement. If you do this, we will try to help you as soon as possible. Now comes to your 10th house. Where is the 10th house lord is present inside your chart? So note down these things. If the 10th house lord is present in your D1 chart in the Lagna house, it means that the same nature as you are, same nature, same personality, same characteristics, same behavior as you are. Again, if it is placed in the second house, house number second, in that way mother-in-law will be attached to the family. She will understand the responsibility of the family and she will always ready, she will always interfere, she will be very talkative in family matters. Now if the 10th house lord is present in your chart in the third house, then what does it represent? So in that way, the mother-in-law's nature will be like your siblings. Suppose you have younger siblings, or if you don't have younger siblings, you have cousins, younger cousins. What are their natures? That will reflect into your mother-in-law. Simple logic, there is nothing complicated. Now the fourth house, if the 10th house lord is present in the fourth house, then it represents the homely feeling. She will be exactly like your mother. Whatever your mother do with you, by the nature, by the behavior, she will definitely almost there. Now, if the 10th house lord is present in the 10th house, in the 5th house, in that case, exactly what is your wish, what you want in her will be present in her attributes and nature. So, if your wish is that I should have friendly, lovable, caring mother in law, then this position is very important. Now, if the Lord is present in the 6th house, definitely in that case she will be service oriented and she will be very helpful, but she will suffer from the health issue and she might be engaged in the judicial way, or she might have some depth of the banking sector. So these are the things which you can conclude from the position of the 10th house lord in your chart. Now moves to your, if your seventh, if your lord Dashmesh is present in your chart in the 7th house, that is in your house, in your spouse house, in that case mother-in-law will be very loving and very caring. She always ready to take the responsibility of your children and you. Now if it is present in the 8th house, as you know that 8th house is occult house, so it represents there will be some hiding, there is some secretive nature always inside your mother-in-law. Now moves to, if your 7th house lord is present in your 9th house. 9th house is the house of gurus, motivation, the house of encouraging. So she will contain everything like that. She will behave as a religious spirituality awakening person in front of you. Now if it is present itself in the 10th house, then it will be an ideal position. It will be fantastic, good position for your mother-in-law. Always supportive, always caring. A support in your career will definitely will be there. Nurturing feeling will be there. Now if the 10th house lord is present in the 11th house, in this house, 11th house, then she will increase your fame. She will have the name and the fame in the society, have higher standards of values and well get togetherness with the elder persons in the society. Now if it is present in the 12th house, this house 12th house, then mother-in-law will be avarice, cunning, might be enemy in front of you. So these are the conditions, these are the placement if your 10th house lord is present in the respective houses. Please note that whatever I have mentioned in the 10th houses in the positive way, if the association of Rahu and Ketu there and Saturn there, then there will be fluctuation in that behavior. You will see sometimes your mother-in-law very supportive, but sometimes not, because at that period of time definitely she will be suffering the Rahu, Ketu and Dasha in your chart. So these things hamper your wellness and your attributes. In the next videos we will discuss few parameters related to the 10th house if that questions arising in your mind. So this is all about the mother-in-law. In the similar way you can conclude your father-in-law. So we will discuss the Hindi version already present. If you need any consultation, any help, check out the description box. And do not spam, do not subcomment, do not share your mobile number. We do not call anybody without appointment. So have patience. Meanwhile,